Welcome back to the Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Cruising X here. Last episode, we finally retrieved the bracelet that has been stolen, and in the process, apprehended a criminal who has been using the law for his own sick and twisted gain. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's get right down to it with the next the next quest on track. I can't talk today. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shaaloani Spring. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see what this brings. I feel like I shouldn't be wearing this coat, but I've been in harsher climes. My bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It is a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond. Though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. Like you to meet my two best friends, Quikana and Luine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zakoa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wu-Te put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zakoa would find a way to get us out. He was always the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with the plan. Fortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train day and night. We'll train night and day, so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right. And you'll teach us how to draw your pistols so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, you best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt. One of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though, do let me know if there is any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? No, the fuck? You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened while when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. Can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when services will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. Seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
I mean, you guys are gonna end up paying me anyway, so... yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
Well, I'll get repayment either way.
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Wow, it's like looking at a reflection.
Something the matter?
You... Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Well...
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piatayonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
Though no small number live in Shaaloani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroad. Okay. Come, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. Train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. Quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself. Though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of Nubzabbering Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. All right, let's ride. Looks like an actual train. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Mewa Hetsoan should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. I hope I'm not on the wrong road. Oh, wait. Here we go. Now we're on proper roading. There you are. Village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of Mehawatsoan, but I do know that the traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Sheshenewezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. The paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Oh, whoops, wrong voice. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I am Hawato, chief of Mewahesoan. This is my son, Shebeto. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I'm Walika, station master of Shaaloani Railing. Recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is Chris and Erenville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You have a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tan leather, and the faintest hint of tender grass of lands unknown. I gather you are not from these lands. I'm a traveler of the star. Truly? Oh, whoops. I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and children. The Hetso in particular have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads. The Hetso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. That word, Hetso, it means leader of souls in the Hetsaro tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaro. Here, we look to the Ronek for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require. But first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you will follow me. All right, what questions will we have to talk about? I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronek have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. A stableman near Husatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shaaloani has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronek are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this, we can't help but worry. Understandably. I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsaro, but all of Shaaloani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valcona. Valcona? Valcona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently... How shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Shepeto. Yeah, that sounds like Kona. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. He's a bit awkward, so he tends to be misunderstood. Is that so? As we admittedly have never met him ourselves, perhaps we are too quick to judge his intentions. Rhys fought beside Valcona in the Rite of Succession. I take his word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I had recruited a bona fide hero. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. Now, on this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Valcona for who he truly is. You think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concern. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Runique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Valcona's counsel. But thanks again for your time in the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. Ooh, lookout point. And another vista recorded. More than enough timber to fix the tree. Ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and a Ronick? Won't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. Okay, first things first. Entered the sanctuary, so let's get this weapon coffer. Acacia. The titanium gold gunblade. Oh, okay, never mind. I already hate it. Goodbye. Goodbye and good riddance. Ugh. Why must these weapons be so fucking ugly? We better attune to the Aetheryte before we leave. That takes care of that. All right. Let's do this. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. Deliver the crate of timber. 2 minutes to complete the task. Okay. Now the question, why are we just holding it above our heads when we could just, you know, hold it like a normal person? I feel like a Lalafell just transporting this over my head. Made it. I should think this will be enough. It was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? Much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namikara and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. Breathtaking sight, let me tell you. Anita Weequay will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own Shenza. We've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaaloani you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. All right, back to the station. There's Erenville. Oh, it's all wood? Thought there would have been a little bit of steel out of that. Erenville? Had you all filled up the sites? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will... Yeah, we got it. Let's go. Hopefully several voiced cutscenes.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Taral. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Shaaloani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Shaaloani.
Okay.
When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Oh, shit.
Gods have mercy.
Well, looks like our...
The flying! What's happening?
Something not good.
The train, Nitobekwe and the others.
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
We're going too, right? What the... Oh, shit.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliyollal?
You need to get back right away. Oh, shit.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good.
They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone!
What the?
What in the Squid Game bullshit is this?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Someone help me! Please! Oh! Oh!
Bastard!
What the hell?
What did it just do?
Thank you.
Save the thanks. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to take my blade next?
Who in the fuck is that? Oh, shit.
That you should still live.
Zorolcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuliyollal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer.
Oh boy.
My hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
That was before he got a massive upgrade, guys. You might want to pay attention.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Huh?
Farewell, Zoralja, my son. And forgive me.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Oh dear.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
Now there's some emotion. Let's go.
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did, father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Zralcha, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
This motherfucker. No. Papa can't die. He can't. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with more.